Hello then, welcome back to Congo. So, last time it turned into kind of an awkward scene due to the fact that my former game crashed and I tried to replicate what I've done, but opted for a different path. We are basically set here for Westernization in about a decade's time, or 15 years or so, by the annexation of Jolof. That is going to be our main target. Also, if we're lucky here, it might actually get these guys to become aggressive, get a militarist ruler. Songhai had a militarist ruler before, but I'm still going to try to feed him some of the Mali provinces, basically because I had them as a vassal. Other than that, I don't think we'll do much. We'll probably do a lot of conquest along the coast here. We'll probably get into some coalitions, but probably also do a lot of colonizing. We'll simply have to see how things play out, more or less. So, manpower will be recovering, or armies will be recovering, and I will not be taking up. That is the final words here. I kind of have to save up these points in order to have something to westernize with. So we'll see how that plan works out, but for now I'll just sit by and wait, and we'll see if I can actually make something work here. The fact that Castile decided to colonize here is kind of awkward, but this colony here will maybe be done around the time that I annex Jolof, or just for funsies. Tax it, or it is just business. I guess I'll tax it, because, well, why not? And we'll also repay the last of the loans here. So as I said, the only thing I'll actually annex it is Jolof, because Songhai, Hausa, and Kanem-Bornu are all Muslim countries. And as such, annexing them will most likely screw me over in a very, very bad manner. And I don't want that, so I'm going to play it careful. I'm going to, of course, annex them once I get some power on my missionaries, but until then, they're just going to be, well, tax-paying citizens, more or less. We'll see how that plan works out, but for now, I'll wait until I can either fight another war against Mali or annex Jolof. We'll see how it goes. The truce with Mali has run out, and due to the rebel problems, I'm pretty sure that we can't take Timbuktu here without too much problem, so we are definitely going to do just that. That is, take Timbuktu if I had a casus belli, of course, but I actually do not. Can I fabricate a casus belli? No, I can't. So we're not going to fight them. I don't really want to screw myself over any more than I already have. So we're going to wait peacefully while we, try to get ourselves westernized. That is going to be the main problem. 5 more years until I can start the annexation of Jolof. So until then, we won't be doing much, unfortunately. Also have some peasants in Kongo that I've decided that I won't actually deal with, because, well, 10 prestige is not that much. And, well, I might go ahead and convert these cultures, but I don't think so. I think the problem will be to get this province here converted, but other than that, I think things will go fine. We'll simply have to wait and see here. Jolof has converted at least 2 of their provinces, that's also great. We'll just wait and see what happens. Apparently we have a Regency Council here with a stability drop, because, well, who doesn't like him? And I'm not tempted to boost that, we're just going to leave it. I believe I need to get this up to 0 anyways for westernization purposes. Yeah, I believe so. But other than that, not really much to do. Regency Council sucks, but at least Garcia will take the throne in 3 years, and he's a little bit better than what we've had so far. It's not all bad, just mostly bad. Still 2 more years until I can start the annexation of Jolof, so at least I have some things to look forward to. Next vassal, 3rd of July, 1498, so 2 more years. We have started the annexation of Jolof. It's going to be, well, 7 years, more or less, and also I have a new heir, a rather good one, a 256. Still lacking in the administrative department, but if I can get this guy on the throne and have him survive a little bit, things could really get interesting, and by the time the annexation here is done, we're also going to have a lot of points to basically spend on everything. But we'll try to get the westernization done. That is definitely going to be the goal. I'm also going to move this army down to Congo itself, where we're going to convert this one. I don't really want it to be shamanist for too much longer. It should be... Why the hell do you go through provinces that has a ton of scary things, and you run all the way home? Oh, you... That's just infuriating. Well, fair enough, it was my bad since not completely directing it, but I would at least presume that the army would be clever enough to take the safest path on its own, with no morale. But apparently it wasn't that, well, clever, and I paid for it, which is even worse. But I'm going to place these guys in Benin, and hopefully that'll be enough to, well, start the conversion of the province, which should make it easier for me to westernize. We'll see how it goes. Jolof has been integrated, and with that, I think I can now actually start the westernization process, but I need to be a zero stability, and luckily enough, well, lucky me, I lost a point of stability just prior to this, but I'm at least going to allow the missionary to complete his, well, work before we do anything else. Mali entered a military coalition, well, that's fair enough. Unfortunately, the religious unity didn't actually solve this. If we go a month, will that solve it? Yeah, I'll make it a little bit cheaper, which is good. So I guess I'll just boost it up to 0, and we'll start the westernization process. And the funny thing here, I keep all my points, and it's going to actually, well, draw 30 points a month, as long as there are actually points to draw up here. Wow, that's disappointing. I should probably have invested in some things then. Yeah, I should have invested. So that sucks, but I thought I would be fine. Apparently you can max out 3,000 points, which makes the effort to be about 11 years. So we'll have to wait and see if we can actually pull something off here. I kind of doubt it, but I can always hope. The problem, of course, is going to be the reactionaries. If they rise up, they can potentially screw up my westernization completely. But if everything goes as per the previous instructions, we should be done around, well, a little over a decade. Let's see if we can pull that off or not. Once we've done that, we'll probably start a little bit more in terms of... I don't think I'll actually up my stability, or do I want to up my stability? I kind of only have a little while to up my stability if I want to. I think I'll do that. At least a little bit to try and keep my... wow, 10 noble regiment in Ansiku. As far as I know, they aren't actually a problem per se. I can just surrender to them. Accept demands. What will happen then? Yeah, I don't really want to accept the demands of noble rebels, to be perfectly honest. So I think we're going to go full maintenance and try and get some troops, well, down there to deal with noble rebels. But as you can see here, westernization did not start completely well. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I can deal with them, but don't get your hopes up. We'll see how it goes. Like news indeed, stability drop. My king died, of course, and I got one with high military, high diplomacy, but crappy administrative. And admin's really what I need here. So that makes things a little bit awkward. But at least now I'll have a strong military. I have a strong everything, more or less. And hopefully I can beat the devil or the rebels here in Ansiku. But I think we'll allow ourselves to pick up the last troops here as well. And hopefully that'll be enough to sort out a victory here. Also, as you can see, I'm gaining a lot of military and basically every kind of power. And that is great, but I still need to get... we'll ignore their demands, lose a ton of army and naval tradition. But yeah, I'm going to have some trouble here because you really need someone who's good at administrative if you really want to start colonizing early. I will not start to colonize early. I might actually have to try and catch up in military tech and then fight my way fight for the colonies, which isn't the best option by a long shot, to be frank. I want to make a general out of him. No. We'll keep with Mikeda Bombuzo, and I have no idea if we can actually defeat this noble army. We'll see. No, we cannot defeat that noble army, because we got, of course, terrain and crossing penalties. And then we run all the flying way up to, well, hell. Do I want to just accept their demands here? 50 prestige, 50 legitimacy. No, I will try and fight them a little bit more. Because if these guys actually win, they're going to be a hell of a problem. I'm going to try a couple more times and see if I can actually defeat them. See, if I'm lucky with my modifiers, I might be able to. We'll see how it goes. Wow, just to make matters worse, religion in Luango changes to Protestant. So, apparently the Reformation has happened, and guess what? No Reformation in Castile, a tiny little bit in France, and, surprise surprise, a lot in Congo. Awkward. But yeah, that's kind of annoying. I have no idea why the Reformation actually hits Congo of all places. I barely have any contact with anyone, and if the Reformation would actually hit anything, I would presume it would be this area. So, I don't know if that is just to screw over a little bit extra with the people that are actually playing Congo and trying to do this African power achievement, but I would presume that it actually is just a annoying little ploy to piss people off. That's really what I dare say it is. But I'm going to try another battle against these guys, see if I can actually win this time. Doubtful, but I'm allowed to try as many times as I want to. So, can we defeat him this time? Yes, not actually a problem at all. I'm going to also keep my army in the southern part here, because as far as I know, that's the only place reactionaries could potentially move. Or Luango and Kongo, yeah. So, reactionaries will screw up your westernization. They will screw it up in a terrible manner, to be perfectly precise. What I mean with a terrible manner is that when they screw up your westernization, you lose 100 points. And 100 points here is 100 monarch points, so that is kind of expensive. So, we're going to get done April 1518 now. And of course, Austria has actually called for the right to reform, which is kind of troublesome. This is due to the fact that I'm lacking in the administrative tech. So, now it's a decade until we're done. But it could also be longer. We'll see how it goes. So, the westernization has gone pretty hard. I'm at -3 stability, I'm losing prestige due to the fact there's so many rebels. And also the noble rebels are about to actually force their claims here. I need to siege the capital, I need to siege it fast. That is going to be a problem here. Ignore demands. Well, don't really have much of a choice, do I? And as you can see, we are actually halfway there, but it's still going to take 6 more years, and I have no idea if I can actually survive 6.5 more years. I'm losing cash. I'm having to resort to using mercenaries. The noble rebels are about to cause hell on earth, so I think I might actually have to go for a quick siege here. A brutal, well, try and take the place quickly, I think. We'll give it one more roll, and then we'll try and siege it. I have no idea if this will actually work out at all. We'll try and assault it, and as you can see here, didn't help. Didn't help out at all. And with that, I believe the noble rebels will actually be able to enforce the... No, I was lucky that they weren't able to enforce their demands. There's some other nationalists I need to deal with. There's a lot of people that are, well, just being annoying douchebags. So I'm going to send these 7,000 men here to deal with the rebels up south, or up north. And I'm also going to do a little bit of an upgrade to my navy here. A couple more cogs. Hopefully this will make it easier to transport troops and thus deal with all the rebels, but I have no idea. We'll simply see if I can ride the storm here. The way westernization works now, it's much more difficult than it was before, I dare say. But at the very least, you can save up a lot of points and get at least one, to some extent, free tech if you do it quick enough. But unfortunately, I didn't, so I sacrificed a diplomacy tech for no good reason. I guess we've chosen the right path. We can't really get any more unstable right now. So I'll keep on fighting and we'll see if I can pull through. As you can see, Kongo was sieged by Congolese reactionaries, and as a result of that, I lost some progress, 100 points. And that sucks. Let's just be perfectly honest, that sucks a lot. And it's going to be kind of awkward now to continue, because I'm going to get more and more revolts. I'm losing my legitimacy, I'm losing my prestige. Everything is going downhill. October, 4 more years. Possible, but my country is going to be crippled afterwards, so it's not going to be much of a country per se. I'm also going for the next 4 years have to rely on mercenaries most of the time. So I have no idea how this will actually work out in the long run. We'll have to see. I'll keep on fighting, but the westernization process has definitely gotten a lot more harder. I should probably have done a couple of tests on this. Oh, you're nationalists. I think I'll just ignore them and accept whatever demands they have. The reason being simple. I don't really want to sacrifice manpower on nationalists. I want to spare them for the reactionists. So that should be fine. We'll see how it works out. So in the middle of everything here, we got 9 noble regiments in Wolof. So that means that I'm actually going to have to send my forces over here, which is kind of a risky move. We're also at 80%, and we now have a new king, Antinu, and he's a little bit worse than the other one. I still wish for someone who has actually good admin, because that is definitely what I'm needing, admin skills, rather than anything else. And I'm not getting those guys, so I'm kind of in trouble, depending on, well, not actually depending on, I am in trouble. So we're going to try and get ourselves, or make a general out of a ruler here. If he dies, I couldn't actually care less, to be perfectly frank. If he dies for the state, and hopefully I can get a guy who actually has some admin skills, because I haven't had a single admin skilled. I believe that 3 guy is the best admin guy I've had so far, and that says a little bit, but I'll keep on keep on playing, and I'll see if I can get the Westernization done this episode. That'll be the plan. I'll see how it works out. We have a new heir here, Enrique. He is not good. 320. He sucks. So he's definitely going to become a general as soon as his, well, age allows him. I also have some good news. We're getting close to the end of the god-awful Westernization. It's just a couple more, 2 more months, then we're done. Like, done. And of course we've got some Jolofian nationalists, but I think I'm just going to ignore them and accept the... whatever they want. We have completed our Westernization. Despite a long period of unrest and instability against all odds, we managed to pull through and modernize the country's military up to Western standards. Do I have to do a secondary Westernization? I don't think so. I hope not. If I do, I'll, well, kill someone almost. But what we will do here is take advances in diplomatic and military tech. Diplomatic tech level 3, the early Carrack, trade efficiency by 10%, naval morale 0.10, naval maintenance increased by 10%. I can now build Carracks, or the early Carrack, and the colonial range has also been increased. Land morale increased by 0.5, and I can now build an Earth Rampant. Of course, I'm still far behind Castile, for instance, but at the very least now I can potentially also try and get myself alliance with them to protect me. That is something I will be aiming for, and I guess other than that I'll just keep on doing some changes here. I think we will also aim for getting the administrative tech up to level 4 ASAP to get that first idea group and start colonizing. That is going to be the goal. I don't know if I actually want to go ahead here and try and up my stability first. I'm a little bit unsure if I'll just try and allow events to fix that for me. I already have 0 legitimacy, so it can't actually get any worse. I also have 3 Protestant provinces, so things aren't looking too good, really, no matter how you slice it. But that is how things currently are. We'll see if I can make something out of this next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully we'll go an upward course right from here. Bye.